Hi guys again, and again excuse the peculiarities of my English. So this time around we are flying some Typhoons from the same base near Jyväskylä than we flew the Rafales from previous iteration. The practice with the Typhoon is a bit different because they do have the Spear EW system, which is a disposable jamming platform which can be used to create jamming close by the enemy air defenses, and thus provide electronic warfare cover for the jamming cover for missiles and bombs when they are coming in, so that you get a better hit rate than you get without using them. And first of all, I have to say that I don't know how the Command Modern Warfare evaluates, for example, the threat libraries that there are, but for example, now you can see from the screen that the Typhoons have perceived that there is something on the Hogland island, but they haven't identified anything from there. And both the F-35 and Rafale started identifying the enemy facilities in the island much faster and much earlier than the Typhoon with its Praetorian system does. But again, I'm not a professional in this interior works of the Command Modern Warfare, so maybe they have evaluated that the system is a bit worse than, for example, the Spectre, which is very highly thought of, is in Rafale, but there you have it. And so, as I said to you, it's I'm primarily going in with the first with the Typhoon 1, which has the Spear EV electronic warfare platform, 6 of them, and that plane is going to do rounds on the southern coast of Finland. And then there's these missile shooters that are coming at the same time as the Typhoon 1 is. They will have 24 Spear 3s amongst themselves, and the Spear 3 is anti-tank slash anti-ship missile that can attack both mobile and stationary targets. Okay, now you can see that the Typhoons identified the 3TS-25 carbon radar, and so they now have something, they know something that's what's expecting them. And so after I have got the Typhoon pair with the Spear 3s into the position, I shall start shooting full volleys of Spear 3 missiles against the Panzer systems, so that I can open up the island, so that I get to the bomb dropping with the other pair that is coming from the north a bit afterwards. They have 1,000 kilogram bombs there with the payway guidance system, and that they are going to take care of the most of the destruction in the island. Because as a former anti-tank missile, you can understand that the Spear 3 is rather light. It doesn't do that much damage. So, okay, if it hits like this Panzer system, of course it's going to destroy it, but it's not like if it's going to hit the vicinity, it's going to wipe out the whole site away. So you have to bear in mind that. And yeah, we are going to fire big salvos of those, which is maybe a bit wasteful, but this is how we can do it here. And I think we will see soon how the S-300 system from the south of the island will start shooting at the Typhoons that are coming closer. That's what they do right about this time when the fighters are coming into this just over the southern coast. And then the fighters, okay, there it is. So the fighters then start maneuvering so that they can avoid the missiles for the most part. Okay, there were the bomb droppers flying, taking off from the Air Force base. And as you can see, the distance is such that the S-300 system doesn't have that much of a success in hitting the fighters, but yeah, it's still they still shoot, and they have to try to avoid them, obviously. Yeah. So the Typhoons inch closer, and after a while the S-300 system leaves them be, so then we are back in business. And I don't know why, but the Command Modern Warfare doesn't give the same kind of offensive capabilities for the ISA radars of Typhoons and Rafales as it did for the Lightnings. Because it gave the Lightnings possibility to jam when they were coming closer. I think with the radar, it could be the Barracuda system as well, but I think it's radar because that's the only thing that has enough sending power to really blind everything. Okay, now the black cross means that I'm getting ready to send in the first jamming decoy, the Spear 3, and now you can see on top of Typhoon 1 the little red jam text. That means that there's jamming present there. And Typhoon 1 is just leisurely flying its own track from east to west and vice versa. And I'm going to start shooting in the Spear 3s after the jamming platform is in the place. Okay, I think I'm giving targets now, like when you are looking the movement of the cursor, and I launched 5 Spear 3s from both of the flight rocket 40. So now there's 10 Spear 3 missiles coming in, and of course the first lot that has been shot from the east, northeast direction is coming straight in behind the jamming platform, so they are like perfectly positioned so that the Panzer system on the island can't see them, at least with the radar, because the jamming will seriously hinder the capabilities. And okay, now there's coming some more stuff from the north, And one nice thing is about the Spear missiles that they can change targets, so that if you have, for example, already wiped out the... Okay, now we lost a tornado. Sorry, typhoon. I don't know why it wanted to go so near the island. So yeah, you still should respect the air defense systems, because aeroplane is so fragile against the 30mm automatic cannon or missiles that you better keep your distance. And now we see that there's like 10 spear trees coming in, and the jamming is in place. Yeah, let's see. Okay, now there's I think they are doing with the missiles. Okay, at least like there's something coming through. So one hit and second hit, and it's the panzer system is now orange and red, so it's pretty badly damaged. So I don't know how it transfers, like what systems it can use, but still, yeah, it's in pretty bad shape. And now I'm getting another Spear EV into the game, closer by to the Panzer system and an S-300 system down south, so that they also will be blinded against the missiles coming from northerly directions. And as you can see, there's the second salvo coming in, and let's see what happens. At least the tornado typhoon is in a pretty good position behind the jamming, so that it doesn't get destroyed. Okay, the first Panzer system is down, and I think, yeah, this Flight Rocket 40 still has seven Spear 3s on board, so I'm going to take it to the little west from the island and try to take the another Panzer system out with those missiles. And then, because the bomb droppers are already coming quite close, so it means that I can wrap up the rest of the island in the quite straightforward manner. Okay, well, you can't still see them. There they are coming, and they will be there quite soon, so that we have all the jamming capabilities in the place right at the same time. And now I'm giving the spear trees for the target, the other Panzer system. And the jamming is already almost in the way, but what I would need to do would turn the Rocket 40 flight around so that they could shoot, but it's not really that necessary, because the bomb droppers are just coming in from there, so we are not in a particular hurry. And oh yeah, of course the Typhoon is how do you say, multi-role fighter like the rest of the HX in the HX program, but it's maybe the best air-to-air fighter of the lot, and it's really speedy, and it's really maneuverable, and it can carry a load of stuff, and like troves. And in the later installments of this these scenarios, I'm trying to start doing a more complex situations, so that these it's not like poor air to air or pure air to ground, but there is all kinds of stuff going around in the environment, so that it's not like too simplistic. Okay, there goes the rest of the spears, like that, and after that the Typhoon will be escorting them for some distance. I'm not quite sure why, because the Spear 3 should be autonomous after launch, so well, so as I said, I'm not quite sure, but they do that. And after they have given the some escort for the missiles, then the flight rocket 40 can just fly back. And I think there is already another flight with another set of 24 Spear 3s flying in. So that way we still have all the capabilities. All the capabilities here. Now I'm giving the bomb droppers the targeting, and this SSM system takes 4,000 kilo bombs. Radar only takes 2,000 kilo bombs, and then I still have like 2 for the S300 system, if I manage to wipe out the Panzer system with this salvo. Of course, there are 2 bug systems in the south little island still, and they have a pretty good range. They can reach to the north of the island, but with this kind of jamming, I don't think that they can yet see the Spear 3s coming in. And of course the Spear 3s flying in like a nape of the earth in like 20-30 meters, so it is really hard. Well, that another radar picked them up, and they are trying to at least help the Panzer system or S300 systems to try to destroy these missiles in the air. And they got 2, they got 3rd, another cannon is shooting, and they didn't get anything with the cannon. There's 3 hits, so that another Panzer system was destroyed. And now there's a bomb droppers there, and also the Flight Rocket 40 is returning to base. It has done everything it's supposed to have done. And yeah, so there's another fighter, another Typhoon of the pair, and it's sort of snaking closer and closer, so that it gets to drop some bombs. And it's going to try for the area surveillance radar, the Protovnik radar, and try to destroy that. And still didn't get close enough to drop. And the missiles come pretty close for comfort. And yeah, the book system is very capable missile system, so yeah, it's quite interesting to see how these different fighters fare against air defense systems. And well, and as I have said earlier, this is a commercial simulation, so you shouldn't accept this to be like a 100% accurate. I think it's like maybe 70-80% accurate. Okay, there goes 2000 kilos of high explosives towards the radar, and there goes the radar. So now the Russians have lost the area surveillance capability over the southern Finland. And then the bomb dropper pair is going to come close, and then it's the main plane's turn to drop the four bombs on the SSM system. So it's strike 67, the flight. Okay. And as you can see, there is still like there's more missile shooters coming into the staging area Leka, and that's where they are going to like go around until they are needed. Okay, now I get them to I pull their how I want them to fly, so that I get them to drop the bombs, and after that I make the now the lead plane is going to drop 4,000-pound bombs on the surface-to-surface missile system, after which I'm gonna do this, follow the other plane to drop 2 more on the S-300 system. Because it can do it now quite safely, as there is no close-in air defense present anymore in the vicinity. There is the gun battery, but their reach is quite low, and as you can see, the strike is going on the 25,000 feet, so that's like 7-8 kilometers, so they are pretty high. You can't wish to hit them with the 23mm cannons. They just the grenades just can't fly that high. Okay. Yeah, the strike 67 doesn't want to drop the bombs, so I have to make them. Okay, I don't know why it didn't like pick it up, because the target was already given and the bombs were already like reserved for the purpose, so they should have been able to drop this ordnance, but they didn't. So let's see how it happens now. And there goes the bombs. And now I'm giving the last 2 bombs the target of the S-300 system. And so it makes a little small round. And there goes the SSM system. And the bomb is making like a honorary lap there. I don't know why, but that it goes still to the same place. So it might be that they have been using the laser beam to guide those, but I don't know. It should be, it's GPS, so it shouldn't require laser pointing there. But well, for some reason it did it, and I don't know why it did it. And then I think there's the okay, and last two droppers took off from the Luonnetjärvi Air Force Base, and now there goes the last two bombs on the S-300 system, and there was a hit. I wonder what happened. Well, it's red, so it's pretty beat up, but it's not destroyed. So I ran out of the bombs, so I have to shoot some spears. So I now shoot a one volley of spear missiles at the S-300 systems. That might be a bit over the top, but oh well, we don't have to pay for them, so, and we don't have to like be counting on the ordnance, how much we have and how much we don't have. So now I just make them fly towards the target so that they shoot, and then I put some speed, and there you have it. And what really also what happened was quite peculiar, that now as the flight Metal 67 is coming south with the missiles, it's escorting them right at the end. Like you can, when the simulation ends, you can see that there are missiles in the air from the southern book batteries, and they dropped another of the Typhoons on this Metal 67 pair, and I'm not quite sure should I include it into the tally or not. Maybe not, because I have not always seen that if there's missiles in the air, what happened with them afterwards, so maybe not. Okay, now there's the simulation. Okay guys, thank you.